I'm so happy to be here. And today, what we are going to do is I'm going to take you on a walk. And I just about a few hours ago, I was, Tahira is right. I do a lot of work with children. And just a few hours ago, I went with a group of the children that I work with to this lovely, pristine bay in Goa. Goa is really beautiful. And this is along one of the rivers. And, there's a little rocky island which is not inhabited. And we took a few tin boats that we have made. And, we walked nearly for an hour to reach because the waters were very shallow. We also carried a dog with us. And we quickly put him in the boat and we walked along with him. And once we were there, it was so beautiful. We explored the rocky island. We looked at crabs. We looked at different kind of organisms that you don't otherwise see. And the whole experience was so special and unforgettable. And, I've been doing a number of walks over the last, so many years, about 10 years. And I think I draw inspiration from the experiences I have had with my dad when I was growing up. And we would spend a lot of time in my ancestral village. We would, go to the river. My father would often swim. I would often be found sleeping in the mangroves, in the shade of the mangroves or the coconut grove. And so after all these years, I decided that I wanted to follow my heart and share some of these experiences with students, with children. So I've been doing that with I've done tree walks, I've done architectural walks, professional walks, spring walks, and walks to the salt pan. There's so much to experience and see in Goa. And a lot of my friends tease me that I should possibly be titled Our Lady of Walks because of this. And I've recently accepted the title. And, for me, the greatest joy is when I see, children completely transformed by these experiences outdoors. I find old people that accompany me and, they relive their childhood memories and wade in the water with me, go in the slushy mud with me. And the whole experience is in a way, humbling. And so I thought, today I would share with you three key walks that have the power of transformation. I think walks in our lives have a transformative power, and we need to allow that, to happen to us. One of the walks that I did some years ago was, at a moment when I was really broken. I felt myself, completely in darkness because I had suddenly turned a single mother, a single parent, and I found myself so isolated and alone. And my inspiration, of course, I'm very spiritual, so my inspiration was, Jesus. And I took on to, looking at the suffering that he endured, and that was like my light in darkness. And suddenly one day, I just decided to walk. I decided to go to a place again on an island where there was a lovely chapel so that I could go and, spend some time in reflection and basically to, spend some time in peace. And I did about a 20 plus 20-kilometer walk. I didn't know whether I could manage it. And in this walk, it was all about me, about overcoming my fears, overcoming, various emotions of shame, of loneliness, of rejection. And at the end of it, I was so tired, and blissful that I just collapsed at the church in prayer. I've been doing a couple of, spiritual walks for the past 2 years, and these are pilgrimages that I did with my community. And, this was again like a 20-kilometer plus. And to let you know that I'm not a sports person, I've never walked so much at one stretch in my life. And this walk that I did was basically to a spiritual place in Goa that is dedicated to a saint. And I was walking with my community. And, I was so surprised and stunned on this walk to see old people, people who could not walk. They were aged, there were youngsters, there were children. And I was all the time, thinking about all the people that I saw along the walk. And unlike the earlier walk that I did for myself, this was not about me or, anything that I was experiencing about my own, emotions, but it was all about looking at others in empathy. And, all absolute fears disappeared. And I looked at, helping my fellow community members and reaching to a destination. And again, the end was very beautiful because we were together in prayer, in music, singing songs and hymns. A walk that I did recently was, just 2 days ago. If you are not aware, 2nd of October is celebrated as, the great Mahatma's birth anniversary, and this is Mahatma Gandhi. And, in Goa right now, we are going through a lot of challenges when we talk about, degradation of the environment in Goa. There are a lot of forests being cut for development projects. There is a corridor, of a road network and a railway line that is being built to transport for coal transportation. And a lot of my friends who are activists and who work in this sphere, raised a call that we would do a peace march. And on the same day, when we were scheduled to walk, there was an order by the collector saying that Section 144 would be imposed. And if anybody was found walking in groups of 4 or more, or they were walking in a profession, they were likely to be arrested. And in spite of this, we all, walked because we reached our destination. It was a 102-kilometer walk. I didn't, of course, do the whole walk, but I accompanied some of my friends. And it was again, when we reached the point where we started, it was so beautiful. And there was solidarity, and that was the key. And what I want to end with is, that there is a power of transformation within. We set a benchmark. This was not about doing something for the community, but more about changing myself. At every point, I found that, every challenge I wanted to overcome, there was a transformation within me, and I think when we set a benchmark, we become better at everything. And I'm glad that I'm here with you on this journey. And I'm excited to walk further, with hope, inspiration, and hopefully for more transformation. Thank you.